camera. Okay, Dad. Sounds like Riley. You're a lucky thing, Yvonne.
We are done. Kia ora, kia ora tātou. Thank you for inviting us. We're certainly done tonight. But firstly, I want to say something because I've got a wonderful group of whānau. We've travelled all over New Zealand. Yeah. I just want to quickly mention my daughters are over there, Laurel and Nikki and their partners, and the two sisters that are here too, Doreen and Alec and partners, Doreen and Alec from Te Kaupuru, and all the way from Rotorua. Please hold my Te Paki, to Annie and Gordon, and my lovely niece, Jocelyn.
We did well.
Believe it or not, I was her godfather. Well, okay, now, it's upstairs, it's my mum and dad, who I miss so dearly. And my three sisters also are up there, they're watching us tonight. Hi Mum, hi Dad, we miss you guys so much. And it's so good to be in this wharenui. It's been a long time since I've been in this wharenui. And I'm going to blame Mum and Dad, because when we grew up, they gave us nicknames. And it was to do with our facial characteristics. And with those characteristics, she gave us a personality that related to those characteristics. And my youngest brother, he was born and named Ian Thomas Wayne Dunn. What's the names to remember, Ian? What's the name to remember? If you see Ian's face, there's something particular about his feature, physical feature. Yeah, Mum and Dad named him Big Ears. Big Ears. Never listened, that boy. Mum and Dad was asking to do something, go through that ear, out that ear. Never would listen. Then the second one, Richard Raymond. Richard Raymond. Well, pretty obvious. Yep, Richard was named Big Nose. Big Nose, Nosy Parker. Wanted to know about everyone else's business. Later on, he was nicknamed Pinocchio Nose. And then, of course, Edward Dunn. That's all I had. Mum, can I borrow one of the names from Ian Thomas Wayne Dunn? No, just Edward Dunn, just like your dad. Edward Dunn. So I was named Edward Dunn. And obviously, my name was Big, 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 Enormous, Big, Enormous. Yeah, Mum and Dad named me Big Mouth. What? Are you kidding me? Big Mouth? What? Edward, she said, would say to me, Edward, it's not all about you, dear. There are other people, Richard and Ian, they need to be heard as well. Well, Mum and Dad, you're looking down upon me now, and I tell you what, they will be heard, because it's not all about me, boys. It really isn't all about me. So later on, I'll get 5 minutes each. Anyway, as I say, this is the first time I've worked in this wharenui, and the great thing being Māori and understanding what it means to be in this wharenui. And I look at and I think about the word hauora, the total well-being of all of us here. Look at you all. I haven't seen you for years. Names that are just synonymous to the world of rugby. Fantastic. And we're all in this wharenui. It's this incredible wharenui. And when I look at wharenui, which is the four walls of dimension, I look on the right side and I think about these Māori people who built this wharenui. Sid Diamond, the two white brothers. Guys like that. My first game, I played against Mangakahia. And I just went into a ruck and I got caught in a ruck. And I hear the sound, "Get the little bastard." And I look up and it's Sid Diamond, my cousin. And he winked at me. And I looked, and I got in there as quick as I possibly could. I was just getting out there and he said, "Did we get the little bastard?" Then I look on the left side and I think about the Pākehā people that have built this community. You know, the Ruddle brothers, you know, Mark Wolf and guys like that. And then I think about the administrators, you know, that have been passed across, and I think about one particular person, Ian Fraser, you know, and the Pākehā side also the Fraser twins, but also, you know, a great legend and being a manager, Ian Fraser. And then with every club, you get the Hoha side. And I look down there and I think, you're lucky, this club's only got 2 Hoha people. You go to Carmel, 100 in the... I don't really mean that. You're lucky, you only got 2 Hoha people at this club. His initial was DA. Everyone thought he was district attorney. Nah, duck ass. Duck ass. Yeah, play with the tits in the morning and kiss them at night. Yeah, David Ellison. Just duck ass. And then here's John Gavin. Oh, yeah, we carry here, play once again at Mangakahia Recreation Grounds, which is an incredible field. And John Gavin, and he had a group of cheerleaders. Fly like a butterfly and sting like a bee. What? He flew like a butterfly, but he got hit by many of our old boys players like a bee. But you know, you always got to have the Hoha side, and that's the greatest thing about, you know, this club. You know, and when I read in the papers now, the work that you're doing with the communities, with the young children, is absolutely A1. What's going to happen there is that they're going to filter through, and then later on you'll gain that ascendancy once again to have a senior club that will be competitive. Okay, so where did my journey begin? It began in 1973. 1973, I was still at school. I was probably about 18 years old. I was still at school. And in that particular year, we had a new coach, Reg Trevina. Anyone know Reg Trevina? From Auckland. Reg Trevina, the coach previously was Ted Griffin, but Reg Trevina was from Auckland. And he was looking for a first 5, because at that same time, Brian and Ken Gowan were away with the New Zealand Māoris in the islands playing over there. So at particular time, they're looking for a first 5 just to play one game. And then Brian would come back and obviously play the rest of the games. So they're looking for a first 5. And so apparently he turned up to one of our games. I didn't know much about it. Then the following week on the Tuesday, schoolboy makes North Auckland team. Wow. And I'm thinking, gosh, you know, these are players that I've idolised. They're players that I've looked up to. And now, Edward Dunn is now going to be part of these players. First training run, I walk in there, sitting there is Murray, Frank Colders, Richie Guy, Biffy. And I walk in there, and I look at them and I say, hello. And they go, hello? And then one of the legends that I will always remember is a guy called Laley Hanna. And Laley was sitting over there and I said, oh man, I watch you, Laley. You know, you're my idol, you're my inspiration. And then I go and I'm shaking hands with Laley. I said, oh, and then he tells me, I'll look after you. And I looked around and I thought, where can I sit? So I said, oh, well, Laley Hanna's already made me welcome. So I go and sit down, get up! You don't sit here, you're over there with the backs. So then I go over there and who do I meet? You know, tough as old boots, Joe Morgan. Wow, Joe Morgan. I'm watching Joe Morgan now play, and I'm in the same changing rooms as Joe Morgan. Les Bradley, you know, only guy that would stop B.G. Williams, you know, incredible guy. So I was amongst all these wonderful people. After our first training run, you know, it was time for me to shower, and they all got changed, and I was sitting down, and they all got changed, and I looked in awe of naked men. And I looked at them, and then I looked down, and I looked up, and and they went in to have a shower, and I got changed. I got changed in my own clothes. I did that for 3 sessions every Sunday. Just quickly got changed, because I go past me and I look at them. And then we played counties. I played my first game in 1973 against counties. You know, the opposition guys, Andy Dalton in the front row sort of thing, Bruce Robinson. Okay, and I had a pretty good game. So after the first game, I came to change rooms, and I was sitting down and just, you know, thinking about, you know, what I had to achieve, things like that. And Sid Going came over to me, and I'm like this, and he said to me, Eddie, you're no longer a boy. You now live in a man's world. Well, that time I was going through puberty, and all these things started happening to my body. I got up, took my jersey off, took my shorts off. I ripped my underpants apart, and I walked into the changing rooms, and the boys gave me an incredible clap of admiration. And as we know, what happens on tour stays on tour. What happens in the shower stays in the shower. Are we privy to that, couple? Okay, right, okay. So from that day on, I knew that I had done the right thing and that I became a true taniwha at that time. I truly had to do something to win their appeal to make me accepted. And by doing that, by doing the things right on the field, you know, I got that acceptance from the guys. So it became, became part of the team. And during that time, BG Williams, Going, came back, and obviously he's going to go straight into the side. And we're playing Auckland the following week. And in the team was Dunn remains in the North Auckland side versus Auckland. So yeah, I went through that whole season, playing right through. I think, you know, it was good because Brian was the sort of person. It was hard. Just imagine, you know, Brian's out, I'm in there, Sid's at halfback, Ken's at the back of me, but it was incredible support they gave me. You know, yeah, it was just so cool. With Brian saying, yeah, good luck every game we played. But he knew I was going to Teachers Training College. So I left school and went down to Teachers Training College, and 2 important things happened when I was at Teachers Training College. I got to meet Ian Bird. That's a good thing I know. We sort of roomed together. We didn't have much luck in our tests and things that happened at school. And it was funny because, you know, when we arrived at Teachers Training College, like there was only about 20 guys and 1,000 girls. And we thought, geez, how are we going to cope with this? But we did. But 2 other important things that happened there. We played, like I was playing for Northgate, and we played the mighty Tamaki Club, captained by Gordon Cronin, sitting down there. And we won all our other games except this game against Tamaki. And of course the guys were slutted, and so that they left, I stayed because at that time he was dating my sister, Annie. So I stayed, and I got showered all night and things like that. And you know, I'm not one to accept showers, you know, I like to pull my own way sort of thing. But yeah, so Gordon was one of the incredible things that happened, and proud that happened at that time. The other one was playing with Richard, you know, building the combination. Richard was down in Auckland at the time, so we played the combination half and first 5 for the Auckland Maoris. Then I decided, no, Auckland was a place for me, but I did achieve one thing in Auckland, that I got to play one game. One game for Auckland. One game for Auckland. ABC. Is this a game, guys? Is this a game? ABC. Yeah. Anyway, one game. And so I decided to come back. To Whangarei and teach in Whangarei. And then came the 1978 year, which I called the Fab Year. Beatles, the Fab Year. 4 important things happened to me in that year. Those 4 in 1978. 4 important things happened in my life in 1978. Was 1, I got married.
Woo!
2, I had a beautiful. Had a daughter.
Woo!
Around down there, had a daughter. 3, won the Ranfurly Shield. 4, I became an All Black in 1 year. So I'll just quickly talk about those 4 things. Quickly talk about those 4 things. 1, got married. 2, had a beautiful daughter, and now I've got another beautiful daughter, there sort of thing. And three, the Ranfurly Shield. Ranfurly Shield. The Ranfurly Shield. Yeah, and we weren't really expected to do well, but we just had a sense of, yeah, maybe, because we had a good side there, maybe something could happen. And of course, it all happened, and Peter Sloan is an incredible captain. And so he got the tight end, and the guy who got offside was Bullet Mark Donaldson. So we won a penalty, and then those who know should be sent off, just place the ball, kicks it, did the same thing. Yeah, we get the 3 points. But we had to hold on for 15 minutes of agony because the referee carried on playing extra play, and things like that. But we did. We brought the shield back. In the following year, the shield was taken by yours truly, Richard Dunn. 12 points to 3. He kicked 4 penalties, and I kicked 1. So they took the shield away from us. And when I look at the 1978 tour, becoming an All Black was incredible. Okay, and I look at my first game in front of 60,000 Welshmen singing Wales, Wales, and you got 60,000 in this incredible arena, Cardiff Arms. Me, Edward Dunn in Cardiff Arms, in the middle of the field, and with this incredible crowd. And so we had a quote, because in our national anthem it has God save our free land. So we had this quote said, All Blacks defend our try line. And we did that for 80 minutes, just that little quote that got us through that magic journey. And then of course you're all waiting for what happened at Munster. Anybody watch the Herman Munsters? Herman? Anyone know Eddie? Anyone know Eddie? With the big ears? Yeah, I'm Eddie with the big mouth. Yeah, so it was hard to take. Actually, that game I wasn't meant to be playing. I was actually out playing golf and had a few beers and got back and saying that the player was not available, and then I had to take over that position. Okay, and yeah, we lost the game. We lost the game 12-3. We lost the game 12-3, but we lost. We had this heart and this feeling that people were hurting back home. So after each game, we'd have a function, and most of the functions were held in castles. So Stu Wilson, I think you had Stu Wilson speaking here. Stu Wilson got the boys, got us lined up, left hand on right shoulder, and there were 40 of us, and we walked into the castle, and we sang the song. Hi ho, it's off to work we go. We're sick of working all day long, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. And we went right through every crook and cranny and table and things like that. And at the end, we got the most incredible standing ovation. And that's the pride that we had as Kiwis. And we knew you guys were hurting back home, but we also had to show that, we were just done by a better team. And then one of my probably memorable moments, was meeting the Queen. Wow, driving into Buckingham Palace. And Jim Morey said, oh, this is Edward. And the Queen said to me, oh, Edward, what is such a lovely name you have, Edward. And she said, oh, welcome to Buckingham Palace. I said, Grandma, and Edward, I wish I had named Charles. Edward, yes. And you just don't know what's been going on with Charles and Lady Di at Buckingham Palace. Oh, and so she said, okay, Grandma, pull me apart, and we went into the dining room where we had a cafeteria, English cafeteria. And then cocoa sandwiches, and maybe, if you're lucky, you got some scones. So that's one of the highlights. And of course, the last game playing the Barbars, that drop goal was sort of memorabilia. We was from halfway into a hail of a freaking wind sort of thing, sailed right through the middle and won us the game. Yeah, but those things are memories that you never forget. And when I think about that after the tour, professionalism, amateurism, how do you feel about that? You cannot replace what you guys have given me tonight. It's aroha, incredible aroha. And I look around and, this club has changed a lot. You've grown, you've matured. you know, and it's all been done by the people in the past. Never forget the people that have built this from grassroots. And what you're doing now is showing an incredible enthusiasm of doing these dinners and things like that. You know, and you need to do it. And doing this and helping in some way is certainly has made my life feel good about what it's like to live in this sort of society. So, yeah, so I'm just going to leave on that note, and then I'm not too sure who's next. Right, okay, so we're going to call up Big Nose. Okay, Rich.